I mean, what can I say, man? It's a loss. And oddly, I'm not as mad. I mean, the first seed is out the way. I'm not as mad as I thought. I just thought a lot of BS was going to happen this game. But let's get straight into it. I mean, what can I say? Congratulations, Washington or Eagles. You can't lose that game. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a hater usually when we lose, which has been very minimum this year. I usually say congratulations to the opponent. They did what they were supposed to do. And I get into the Eagles. But, I mean, first quarter, looked like it was going to be a blowout. I'm like, oh, yeah, we about to blow these dudes out. It's not going to be close. Saquon about to have one of those games. Jalen Hurts doing this thing with his legs. His arm eventually going to get into the game. And Frankie Louisville back at it again with another dirty hit. He did that last game. Washington is a team that tends to dirty hit the Eagles. Why? Don't know. Jalen Hurts get up. He's literally like this to the ref, like, I'm good. In the huddle, I guess the ref, you could say doing his job. Like, okay, if he's concussed, send him over to the doctor. You send him over to the doctor. He goes in the blue tent. He comes out. Everything looks good. Look like he about to get back in the game. And it's like, nah, big dog, let's go to the locker room. And I'm like, man, we don't really have a shot to win this game. But then I start looking. I'm like, okay, our defense is doing good. They get multiple turnovers. All we ask Kenny Pickett to do is game manage this. Don't get any turnovers. When you get the ball, hold the ball as long as you can. Score if you need to or score if you can. And, I mean, Kenny Pickett was a backup. He was a backup. He did what a backup was supposed to do. He did throw a pick, but I think I'm more mad at Devontae Smith, Saquon Barkley, and A.J. Brown more than I am with Kenny Pickett. Again, Kenny Pickett is a backup. Call it what it is. He's a backup. There's a reason why he's not starting in this league. Certain passes he did not make. Held the ball a little too long. He was only, like, when y'all say Jalen Hurts only look at two receivers, dead ass. Kenny Pickett was only looking at two receivers, and they was eating for sure. A.J. 8, Devontae Smith did their job. Those the only two guys. And, you know, the last two drives by Kenny Pickett, he was pretty decent. I mean, he got us down there, especially to ice the game. I mean, Devontae Smith got a case of the regular. He took a case of the regular Kool-Aid. I mean, my God. That was clear as it can get. It was in his hands. Just dropped it. He just dropped it. And, you know, we lost the game. Mistakes like that just cannot happen. And that's what I mean by Kenny Pickett, too. If a team give you 5 turnovers, you're supposed to be blowing the other team out. And they just weren't because the ball just wasn't moving like that. And you see the big difference in the run game when Jalen Hurts is out and when he's in. I'm arguing with some weirdo on Twitter. I'm saying, like, yeah, Saquon Barkley, he's really starting to miss Jalen Hurts. This dude called me a hater, this and that. Like, oh, Saquon Barkley just broke 1 for 6. I'm like, he's starting. That one run after that, Washington didn't have Kenny Pickett to worry about holding the ball. And you've seen the big difference. The big difference. That's why I always say, like, Jalen Hurts is the catalyst of the run game. Saquon Barkley got the stats. Saquon Barkley is great. Awesome. But Saquon Barkley is as good as Jalen Hurts, meaning that when Jalen Hurts is on one running the ball, you got to worry about the two because any guy can take it for 20, 30-plus yards, break one. And you seen when that threat was gone, Saquon will probably average 2 yards a game, maybe. So, I mean, Jalen Hurts was missed this game. Let's call it what it is. You've seen the big difference, and Washington came up big. Defense did all they could. They did all they could to win that game. And I'm seeing people low-key bash the defense. I'm like, again, the defense, 5 turnovers? 5? and you lose, can't blame the defense. Cannot blame the defense. Defense did all they could. The offense just couldn't get it going. And again, I could tell if, like, Kenny Pickett wasn't trying to get the ball to AJ or Saquon or Devontae. They just didn't come up big. We harping on the Devontae Smith drop because that was the one that iced the game. But there was one where Saquon streaking. He's streaking. He got their linebacker beat. And Kenny Pickett underthrew it. Just call a spade a spade. He underthrew it. But it was in Saquon's hands. And dropped it. The one to A.J. Brown. It was an ugly ball. It was a floater. Dropped it. And there was another one A.J. Brown dropped. The ball came out late. I think it was going to, like, the sideline. And just came out late. And incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore got there, stopped it. It is what it is, man. It just is what it is at this point. But I think we come back stronger. That concussion, man, was some BS. The refs was on some BS in general. Man. They just weren't calling a good game. I never seen a roughing the passer, the flag get picked up. I never seen that. Never. And then the game where Jake Elliott's having his best game. I mean, this is the best game Jake Elliott's had. He kicked a 50-yarder and made it. A 50-yarder and made it. Kicked a 40-plus yarder and made it. We just couldn't seal the deal. I think we asked way too much for the defense. And eventually they broke, man. I mean, Zach Bond had one of the better games. And ironically, the touchdown got caught on Zach Bond. But it was a receiver. Jaden Daniels made a great read. Just is what it is. Is what it is, man. I know we lost more than they won. I know we lost. The only thing that's really upsetting, too, is, like, just forget about the first seed. Just forget about it. Get ready for that second seed. Do what you got to do with the second seed. You get most of your games at home. And, hopefully somebody bumped the Lions off, or Minnesota. Somebody going to be playing Minnesota or the Lions. Somebody's going to get the first seed. So now we need the Lions to lose 2 more games. I just don't see it happening. 2 more? I don't know. And then you need the Vikings to lose too. So I don't know either. But it's just a wait and see. Watch what they do. And, it's this hard. I don't know the words. I don't know the words to say. Because, again, I'm not mad. Like, oh, my God, this and that. It's more like, what just happened? Like, what just happened? I get it, Kenny Pickett. But, like, yo, hey, Devontae Smith just, that was the Atlanta game. That was literally the Atlanta game. That was the Atlanta game 2.0. Like, Devontae Smith, you're too good in this league. Been in this league for some time. Gotta catch those, bro. Saquon, you gotta catch those, bro. AJ had a great game, but, man, the backups, and the ball is not going to come out the prettiest. He's not going to make the best reads in the world. You got to catch those, man. But, man, that's all I got for you guys today. Don't really got no stats on me. It just is what it is. We lost to Washington. On to Dallas. Also, positive news about this game, too. What's your name? Micah Parsons. Said, fuck Philly, don't care. Okay, we lost. Now y'all out of the playoffs. So I guess that's the positive, is that we lost and Cowboys have no chance. They have no chance of getting in. So move on. We back home for the rest of the year. It looked like we're going to fall into that second seed. So we got a lot of home games coming up. Just get back to the drawing board. Do what we need to do. Hopefully Jalen Hurts can give it a go. If so, we can beat Cowboys. If not, if he can't give it a go, it's going to be a long day. Might need the defense to beat the Cowboys, but we will see. But this is Eagle Al, man. I'm out.